Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video here, we'll be going through Yorana R6 showcase. Alright, so why am I not making an R0 Yorana performance? Basically, the early preview, the sneak peek version of Yorana is everything about Yorana, right? Because Yorana without the R6 is basically just a small boost effect for your stealth esper, especially for Tetsuya, just to increase the 25% damage increase boost. But that's basically the value of Yorana before R6, because R6 is a different thing. But for R0, R2, R4, R5, everything here, you are just using Yorana to apply the damage increase 25%, especially paired with Tetsuya. That's the only purpose, to increase the damage output of Tetsuya by 25%. The rest here, you don't even need to care about it, because without R6, you don't even have the chance or the value to actually apply it. And probably the Divinate here is good as well, because the Divinate here will actually gives you stealth Esper will get damage reduction. It is actually pretty good. So I will say in terms of R0 to R5 is basically the same purpose. It's just a damage output boost for Tetsuya to nuke them. But the moment you reach until R6, then it's no longer tied with Tetsuya. It's more suitable with Ikki. Because when the follow teammate deals damage, inflicts extra true damage and 12% of Yorana max HP, this one here is very good pairing with Ikki, but also good with Tetsuya. Okay, so let's say you are not pairing her with Ikki, then it makes your Tetsuya S3 deals more damage, right? And another proc of Yorana true damage proc. So it makes your Tetsuya S3 become a 2-hit damage instead of 1-hit damage. But the difference isn't a lot, because the buff from Yorana is mainly still the 25% damage boost for Tetsuya. Then this 12% Yorana max HP is just something extra, not too much. But if you pair this with Ikki, now Ikki actually does a lot of damage, because every time the enemy takes an action, then they will get damaged by the passive, right? Where is it? Here. Each time after enemy actively casts ability or counter attack, especially those Esper like Momo, Suicide, which counter attack a lot, then they will take damage. It's a 50% of Ikki's damage, and because this moment here, you actually do damage, then Yorana will trigger her passive and actually deals additional 12% of Yorana max HP, and this 12% here is actually as high damage or probably even higher damage than Ikki damage overall. So another thing is, now every time an enemy takes their turn, they will get damaged by Ikki, and then now every 4 stack when Ikki does a Flicker Moon, and then 8 stack does a Lunatic, and 12 stack here does a Pale Fire Snatches, every 4th stack when you do an action will also trigger Yorana's S1 to actually slash people. And because you reach R6 already, then you get another effect from the R2. You dispel 1 debuff from the follow enemy, which is Ikki, and also heal the follow teammate, which is gonna be Ikki. So Ikki is gonna get dispel, Ikki is gonna get heal, and then also Yorana will do some damage to the enemy. So this is just something extra, but it does help. And then mainly is the 12% max HP is a true damage, and this one here also synergizes with the Ikki's Pale Fire Snatchers. So Pale Fire Snatchers is an AoE damage that actually randomly single target enemy 5 times, so it's a total of 5 hit, and this 5 hit here is a 40%. So now your 5 hit of Ikki damage will trigger Yorana damage by another 5 times. So it's basically a 60% of Yorana max HP true damage to random enemy because Ikki's damage. And also at the same time, Ikki, when Ikki S1, because Ikki's S1 is a multi-hit, it's a 3 hit of damage. So now Ikki total damage multiplier is 160%, right, from the S1. And now your Ikki S1 here will apply Yorana 12% of max HP, and it's a 3 times, so it's a 36% Yorana max HP true damage plus Ikki's S1 multiplier as well. Okay, so every damage from Ikki, no matter it's from S1 or passive or Pale Fire Snatchers or the S3 AoE damage that does 3 times, everything will get applied by Yorana's true damage based on her max HP. So it's actually going to be very good, especially you pair with Ikki. The moment you reach Yorana R6, it's going to be a very, very fun situation and very good against those teams that actually counter attacks a lot. So let me show you my current team currently. So I'm going with Maria. to actually heal up the team, to actually protect the team with like getting nuked, right? You want Maria here to actually provide healing. I have Zihe here, then I have Meta Ira, then I have Ikki and also Yorana. So let me go through with the minimum requirement. Maria, 1 copy will do. Ikki, the higher the better, but I will say R1 is R0, R1, it will be good enough because R1 here gives you invincibility after the what's that called? Sleep No More is gone, right? And then you instantly get Sleep No More as well. It's actually very good. And then Yorana here, R6, because you are pairing with Ikki. I don't even have the Divinate yet. Imagine I have Yorana level 70 and Divinate, it will go even better. Meta Ira pairs very well with with Ikki because these two Esper here will go into stealth mode. So they are forced to actually hit either Maria, which is a very tanky healer because she has a lot of HP, or they're gonna hit on Meta Ira, but Meta Ira, because it's on Secondo effect, is able to block 50 hit for free. So it makes Meta Ira value of Secondo actually shine because you are not able to target Ikki and not able to target Yorana. And then if somehow Ira here actually get until the max stack of Kaden, then Meta Ira can also let your Esper to assist, that also make you able to trigger Yorana's support attack. Then we have Zihe here as well. So they only able to target either Maria or either Meta Ira or either Zihe. But if you target Zihe, then Zihe can also stone you and also heal back the team. So this team here is all about stalling to not make your team die. So Ikki as the main DPS, Yorana as the main DPS as well, and even higher DPS than Ikki. Then Maria for heal, Zihe for tanky damage and also heal, and also control them, and Meta Ira is to block the damage as well. So Meta Ira here, you can just go for R0, is fine as well. You don't need the R4. R4 here is for the PvE. Okay, then for Zihe is R0. So the Yorana build currently I'm going for is going for Harmony set and Growth set, mainly just push for her HP. So the higher the HP, the more tankier Yorana is, and also the more true damage Yorana is able to provide. So I went for Harmony is because if somehow she casts S3, it's basically bonus damage for the whole team and also for Ikki damage as well. But I'm thinking that Harmony set can actually change into Frost set as well if you want, or Ocean Wave to actually rotate the S3, or you can also go for Immunity set for the growth instead of growth, because growth here is basically for the HP percentage, right? But you can actually go for immunity, so your Yorana is at least guaranteed to cast one S3 to apply the T-break for the stealth Esper. But you know, there's so many dispel in the game, so I don't think immunity is actually worth it, but you can actually go for that as well. Alright, so we got a win here, and we can take a look here. The damage output of Yorana is on par with Ikki in terms of damage output. Imagine Flow Esper actually out damage, or probably same damage with Ikki, and then we have Zihe, Maria here and Ira to actually just tank the damage, and enemy team here is going with Momo, Sakura, Pinda, Suji and Maria. So it's actually very good to against those Esper team that is actually relying a lot of counter attack, and you can just keep on proccing the damage on them. Okay, now let's take a look how the battle will actually goes if you actually pair Yorana with Ikki together. Alright, so now we take a look here. Whenever enemy takes their turn, alright, I will support, right? So let's say Sakura apply S3, and then she take a turn, she will get 2 proc of damage. 1 proc is from Ikki, which is around like 3000 something, it's very low damage, and then another 10k damage is actually from Yorana. Right, now let's take a look at more. You can see there's 2 proc of damage. One is 20k, and then one is another like 10k around, that's from Yorana damage. 11k 500 is from Yorana. So Maria here will just keep on healing up the team. Then 4 stack here, dispel the buff. Alright, then Yorana will follow up some damage, also help dispel and also heal up Ikki. Then now every time they take the turn, you will see they will always proc 2 damage. One is from Ikki, one is from Yorana. Proc. So you can see Ikki only does like 5000, while Yorana is a true damage, so it will very consistently dealing 11k or 10k damage to them. So they will just slowly proc the damage and die, and you see the AoE damage here actually procs multi-hit of true damage from Yorana. So if your Yorana is actually level 70 with Divinate, the true damage can probably reach until like 20k, and every proc of true damage is 20k is actually very high, and that damage here is not able to share with Pinda. You see Pinda every time is not able to share the damage with Ikki, with Momo, every time Momo takes the damage. Right, let's wait for Momo to actually go out for freeze, and then you will see that the damage we proc on Momo is not able to share with Pinda. So Pina is not able to protect Momo here. Okay, there's so many proc of damage and then you're killed by the Ikki passive. So the higher the reso for your team, especially for Maria and Zihe, then the better for the team performance, because you need the team to be very tanky. But this kind of team is actually just better when you are fighting the team that's actually more active, because like this kind of Ukrainian team is very hard to fight, because Ukrainian will just slowly build up the Blizzard warning by not taking any action at all. Then that's not something you want to fight with. Alright, so just now I actually lost one round, but then I retry again, then I win this one. It's still a little bit RNG because my team is not level 70. That's why the overall DPS output wise, I'm actually lower than the other team because they have level 70. But I can look at the stats here. My Yorana actually out DPS the Ikki by a lot. Okay, then enemy here, Suizai does the most damage and Suje does the most damage. Momo here actually died pretty fast. And you want to know that enemy here have 3 level 70 as per, especially Suizai and Momo as their main DPS, and Suje as well. 3 of them is level 70, while my team here, there's only Maria as the healer level 70. Ira here barely does anything, but I'm using Ira as my PvE unit, that's why it's level 70. So imagine my performance will be a lot more stable if I actually skill up my Ikki to level 70 and Yorana to level 70, then it will be a lot more performance stable. Like sometimes it's hard to make showcases because now we have level 70 and I'm not every expert I have is level 70, right? So sometimes they're in an unfair state. So why Yorana here performs better than Ikki is because like Suizai getting a lot of defense, right, from the passive, and I don't have any like damage that actually does a lot, but Yorana here does true damage. So in terms of damage output wise, Yorana proc of damage is actually a lot more higher than Ikki and a lot more consistent as well. Now let's take a look at Suizai's damage, right? Okay, after Sakura buff up, then Suje takes the turn. Okay, Momo slash, you can see Momo slash here, the true damage on Momo is 11k, while the Ikki damage is only 2k. That is the difference in terms of damage. Right, now we can take a look here. Now we dispel their buff, and then the assist damage. We wait for Suizai to actually take his turn. Then we can see how big the difference is. Okay, Suizai counter attack, right, just now. It only hits 2k damage on Suizai from Ikki damage, but Yorana procs 11k damage on Ikki. That's like 5 times of the difference. Okay, Suje damage, I deal 6k on Suje and 11k true damage. So that's why Yorana does a lot very good in terms of damage wise compared with Ikki. Like a lot more consistent and a lot more higher as well. Okay, let's see if I can tell when is the Suizai is going to take the action. Okay, now let's take a look here. Can you switch counter attack please? So I can see the damage proc on you. Alright. Right, see. I only, if my Ikki crit only does 3700 while Yorana does 11k. So that's why like Yorana damage is a lot more higher than Ikki, but they are the best pair because without Ikki, Yorana can't even does the proc damage. Then this kind of team is not really that good because it can just burst damage you, not to mention they have like level 70 Tyrael here, level 70 Artiar, like this whole team is level 70. And my team here is definitely in disadvantage. It's not really good a showcase to fight this kind of team. So if you have the setup and if you're an Ikki player, you can definitely try this team comp. It's going to be very fun, but then you have to level 70 them to actually make stuff more consistent, or else there's a lot of team you're not able to fight. Like you're not able to fight Moriyama team as well because Moriyama random damage might actually hit on your Ikki and you just die. Alright, so I have to keep refreshing for now, but it's actually a very interesting team. I'm not sure if this is actually the most consistent team, but in terms of low reso wise and lower investment compared to the other team comp, that is a lot of like Umbra and Shimmer, I would say the Yorana plus Ikki team comp is a pretty good and fun team comp to actually play with. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment down what you guys think about it, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is Trencan, thank you so much for your support. And for the supporter or patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwaltz, Rimu, Chani, Antonio Winterspoon, First Law, D&D, thank you so much for your support. And special thanks to the Super Thanks MVP, HMZ Riggs, thank you so much for your support. Special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest 10. Thank you so much for Code Wilderness, Calamity, Agni, Love Fatima, Fatima Little Underwear, Bloods, Riku Fred, Chani. Thank you so much for your support.